Howdy howdy, my name is John, and this video is the Halloween book tag. I was tagged by Lady Jane Books, and I'll provide a link to her video in the description below, and I'll also provide a link to her Creeping in Candlelight introduction video, which I just watched and I really found entertaining. And if you haven't seen it yet, I highly encourage you to watch that video as well. Before I get to the questions, I want to tell a little bit of a story. 30 years ago, I was a senior in high school, and there was this one girl that I went to school with who started dressing in all black every day. Basically, she was the OG goth girl. Mind you, 30 years ago, this was before goth girls became a thing. Well, on Halloween that year, she came to school dressed in all white. Freaked me out. The questions are from Victoria's pages, and I'll provide a link to the original questions in the description below. Question number 1. Favorite scary must read for Halloween? Now, I've got to be honest. I really kind of outgrew Halloween when I was a teenager. So there's not like a book that I read every Halloween. It really wasn't until I started my channel and saw some of the other booktubers kind of start their channels that I decided to actually read something for Halloween. I knew one book had to make the list though. This is a book I bought when I was a kid. The date on this book is in 1983, so it was right before I turned 10. Question number 2, scariest book cover ever. Now, I like to think of myself as a manly man. And, all of these kind of scary book covers and horror themes and whatnot, they're all, in good fun. But there is one subject that terrifies me to my core. If I see a book with this on the cover, I am running the other direction. Now, don't get me wrong. I like women. Just don't ask me to live with one, okay? Question number 3. If you could go trick-or-treating with any author, who would it be? Well, obviously I have to pick Piers Anthony here. I mean, these two shelves right here, all Piers Anthony. So obviously, my favorite author, gotta pick him. Question number 4. If you could dress up as any Bookish character, who would you pick? I've been reading through the Greatcoat series, and I would pick Kest from the Greatcoats, especially if I could get a good replica of a greatcoat. The coats are leather and they have bone plates sewed into them, and so if I could get a really cool replica, I would definitely want to go with that. And I would pick Kest because war swords are cooler than rapiers and bows. So that's why I picked Kest over Falchio and Brasti. Question number 5. If you could find anything in your trick-or-treat bag from a book, what would it be? I would have to pick the hard candy from the Greatcoat series. If you're unfamiliar with it, the hard candy basically is like coffee in a chew, and it gives you the pep to go and, go about your day. Of course, getting older, so definitely need the extra energy. Question number 6. In what fictional world would you like to go trick-or-treating? Again, I'm going to pick Xanth from the Piers Anthony novels. I mean, Xanth has all the cool stuff, like pies grow on trees in Xanth. You've got Boot Rear, you've got the fizzy drinks from Lake Sotapopka. Again, why wouldn't you go to Xanth for that? Just a warning, don't eat the fruit from the cherry trees or the pineapple trees. Things would get a little messy if you did. Question number 7. What book villain would you not like to meet in a dark alley on Halloween? Let's just be honest. I don't want to meet any book villain in broad daylight on any day of the year. Period. Question number 8. Would you rather dress up as a vampire, a zombie, a werewolf, or a Shadowhunter? Now, I know I look like a zombie, but that's not what I want to dress up as. After all, you have to go with something different on Halloween. So I'm going to go with werewolf on this one. I am a proud graduate of NC State. Of course, our mascot is the wolf pack. So I've got to go with a wolf. Question number 9. Pick a candy, just one, from Harry Potter that you would like to find in your stash. Now, if you're like me and were a kid in the 80s, you knew what Ronald Reagan's favorite candy was. He loved jelly beans. And of course, me being an impressionable kid, I love jelly beans too. I eat jelly beans year round. I would have to go with Bertie Bott's every flavor jelly bean. Now, hopefully I can pick out the ones that don't taste so good and, throw them away, but I gotta go with jelly beans. Finally, question number 10. What is your favorite Halloween candy? Now, I know my answer to this question is going to divide the comments because this is one of the most controversial candies that someone can pick, and I don't understand why. It's awesome, people. It's candy corn. Why do people not like candy corn? I don't get it. Alright, now it's time to tag some fellow booktubers to do this tag. Obviously, I have to tag Erica from Tome Travelers. Halloween's her favorite holiday, so definitely want to see her answers to this question. I'm also going to tag Carrie from Very Literary Carrie. If you're wondering why I finally turned my lava lamps on, you can thank her for that. So, apparently even though marriage scares me, I still need a woman to tell me what to do. So I warned her this tag is coming, so I'm looking forward to seeing her answers. The next person I'm going to tag is Eliza Bond. Finally, I'm going to tag Mark from Slowly Read. Now, Mark doesn't do tag videos, so I don't know that we'll see one from him or not. All I know is every time I've done a tag video, David from David's Book Review always beats me to the punch. And of course, Lady Jane tagged everybody that she knows, so she stole some of mine as well. And I'm looking forward to those videos. I'll provide links to all of the channels that I've mentioned in the description below. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.